All right, today we're going to be talking about do you train your martial arts as a hobby, as a serious activity, or as a lifestyle, and what the difference is between those three things. I'd say 75 to 80% of people, the majority of people, train their martial arts as a hobby. It's something they do just when they have the time to do it or when they can find the time to do it. So they might do it once or twice a week, but unless something else more important is going on. So when they find the time to do it, they train it. They usually don't do it much at home, but they might occasionally. They have to go to class. It has to fit into their schedule, things like that. So people who train it as a hobby, that's kind of how it is. When nothing else is going on, that's more important. It's kind of just an activity among activities. And you might have a lot of different things that you do at that level also. So like I said, the majority of people train martial arts, I would say, train that way. The second would be to train it as a serious activity. So if you're training your martial arts as a serious activity, this isn't something you do anymore when you can find the time. You make the time to do it. So you have a set schedule. Maybe you train certain days a week at home, or you do so many days a week at the martial arts school, and no matter what, and if you miss, you might make up it, or you probably will make up a day, because it's something that you do regularly and you don't like to miss. And if you miss, you feel kind of uncomfortable with missing. You like to go and you want to make it a regular occurrence. You'll even forego other activities just to do it, just to do this thing. So if you're training it as a serious activity, you'll give up other activities to do this. This is a smaller number. I'd say maybe 20% maximum train like this in martial arts. So it's somewhere around there. Now, the final thing would be to train your martial arts as a lifestyle. If you train your martial arts as a lifestyle, it's difficult to take separate your training, your martial arts activity from your life. You can't really separate the two. Everything you do is based around it. You might eat a healthier diet. You might, run or do some endurance or strength training in addition to your martial arts training. The way you think is based around it. It's hard to separate it all. Everything you do is based through that lens, kind of, or most of what you do. You learn lessons from your martial arts, like balance and leverage and distance and how to remain calm and how to breathe, and you bring that into your daily activities. And those are the things that help you with all your other activities too. You learn how to learn through the martial arts, and then you learn how to learn things at your job or through school or whatever you're doing. So it's hard to separate it all. All things are guided by the philosophy of your martial art, and you live according to that. People that don't do that, they're pulled in different directions. Their martial arts training takes them one way, and then their lifestyle takes them in the other. But people who train as a lifestyle, it's all coordinated, and it's all going in that one direction. So the focus of your training can change over time, though. So if you're training as a lifestyle, at some point tournament competition might be your focus. At some point self-defense might be your focus. At some point health might be your main focus. What you focus on changes, but in the big picture of the whole life, of your whole lifespan of training for decades, that just gives you a bigger view of what the martial arts is and what you can offer to others if you teach. So that's the ultimate goal, I think, is to get to the point where you're training as a lifestyle and not just as a hobby or even a serious activity. But with that being said, I think there's benefit for everything. Any training often is better than no training. So, if you can start it out as a hobby, work your way up a notch to doing it as a serious activity, and then maybe one day you can make it your lifestyle, because the higher you go up in those levels, the more you're going to get. You get out what you put in. So if you want to get a lot out of your martial arts training, then you need to put a lot in. But even if you put not that much in, you'll probably get some benefit from it. But be realistic and understand what you put in is what you're going to get out. Hopefully that's helpful. We're got another video coming soon with some techniques. So like, share, and subscribe, and we'll have another one coming out soon.